The African savanna stretches endlessly, a golden sea beneath a vast sky. As the first rays of sunlight spill across the land, the grasses shimmer with dew, each blade catching the light like 1,000 tiny mirrors. The horizon seems to retreat with every step, promising adventure and mystery beyond sight. This immense landscape, bathed in the soft glow of dawn, is a world unto itself, its beauty both humbling and awe-inspiring, its silence broken only by the distant calls of waking wildlife. Acacia trees dot the landscape, their umbrella-shaped canopies casting islands of shade in the relentless sun. Beneath their branches, giraffes stretch their necks to nibble tender leaves, while weaver birds dart and weave, building intricate nests that sway in the breeze. These trees are lifelines for countless creatures, offering shelter, food, and a brief respite from the heat, a sanctuary in the open expanse. Life here is shaped by the rhythm of dry and wet seasons. For months the grass is brittle and brown, the earth cracked and thirsty. Then the sky darkens, thunder rumbles, and rain falls in torrents, transforming the savanna overnight. The land awakens in a burst of green, as new shoots push through the soil and herds of wildebeest and zebra gather to feast on the fresh bounty. The transformation is dramatic, a signal of hope and renewal for all who call this place home. In this harsh world, survival is a daily challenge. Every animal, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, must adapt to the ever-changing conditions. Lions prowl through the tall grass, their golden coats blending perfectly with the landscape. Cheetahs crouch low, eyes fixed on distant prey, while meerkats stand sentinel at their burrows, ever watchful for danger. Each day brings new tests, and only the most resourceful endure. At the heart of this vast wilderness lies the Okavango River, winding its way across the plains, before fanning out into the Okavango Delta, a watery oasis teeming with life. Here the river's channels snake through a labyrinth of reeds and papyrus, creating a mosaic of wetlands, islands, and lagoons. This river is the lifeblood of the savanna, nourishing the land and sustaining countless species. Its waters a shimmering thread weaving through the tapestry of the wild. Elephants lumber to the river's edge, their trunks curling to drink deeply from the cool water. Antelope gather in cautious herds, while flocks of vibrant birds flit and call, their colours flashing in the sunlight. Hippos wallow in the shallows, their massive forms barely visible, and crocodiles glide silently beneath the surface, ever watchful. Here, animals gather in peace and tension, drawn together by the promise of water in an otherwise unforgiving land. The cry of the African fish-eagle echoes across the plains, piercing and unmistakable. Perched high above the river, it surveys its domain, a symbol of wild freedom and power. With a sudden swoop it dives, talons flashing, snatching a fish from the water in a display of precision and grace. Its call is a reminder of the untamed spirit that defines the savanna. Each dawn the savanna stirs to life. Zebra and wildebeest graze in the golden light, their stripes and patterns blending with the waving grass. Lions, weary from the night's hunt, retreat to the shade, while warthogs root in the soft earth and ostriches stride across the plain. Jackals trot through the grass, alert and curious as the cycle of life continues, predators and prey moving in a delicate balance, each playing their part in the grand tapestry of nature. The Delta is a stage for nature's drama, where strength, cunning, and patience rule. Leopards stalk through the reeds, antelope leap across water channels, and buffalo herds defend their young from circling lions. Every day brings new stories of survival, triumph, and sometimes loss, as the struggle for life unfolds in a world where only the fittest prevail. Every creature, from the tiniest insect to the largest elephant, plays a role in this intricate ecosystem. Dung beetles roll their treasures across the ground, butterflies dance above wildflowers, and termite mounds rise like miniature fortresses. Lizards bask in the sun, while elephant families move in silent procession through the grass. Each life is connected, their destinies woven together in a delicate balance that sustains the savanna. The savanna is a living system powered by sun, rain, and the river's flow. Rain clouds gather and break, sending life-giving water across the plains. Rainbows arch over the grasslands, and sunbeams pierce the clouds, illuminating the winding river. Its rhythms are ancient, its cycles unbroken, shaping the destiny of all who dwell here. Here, life persists against all odds, a true jewel of the natural world. Resilient plants push through the dry earth, wildflowers bloom in sudden profusion, and ancient baobabs stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. The savanna's spirit endures, a testament to resilience, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature, forever wild, forever untamed. Lions, the undisputed kings of the savanna, command respect with every step they take. Their presence is felt across the vast grasslands, where their golden coats blend seamlessly with the waving grasses and the rising sun. Each day in a lion's life is a delicate balance of power, cooperation, and survival, shaped by the rhythms of the wild. As the first light of dawn breaks, lions begin to stir from their slumber. They stretch, groom themselves, and greet one another with gentle nuzzles and soft grunts. These early hours are filled with quiet activity. Grooming not only keeps their coats clean, but also strengthens the social bonds within the pride. Male lions, with their impressive manes, are a symbol of strength and dominance. The mane's thickness and colour signal a male's health and vigour, deterring rivals and attracting lionesses. Males often reaffirm their status through displays, head-rubbing, roaring, and patrolling the pride's territory. Lionesses are the pride's primary hunters, relying on stealth, speed, and teamwork. They move silently through the grass, communicating with subtle glances and tail flicks. When the time is right, they fan out and encircle their prey, coordinating their attack with precision honed by years of practice. After a successful hunt, the pride gathers to feed. The order of feeding is dictated by the pride's hierarchy. Adult males eat first, followed by lionesses, and then the cubs. Sharing food is a ritual that reinforces the pride's structure and ensures that even the youngest members receive nourishment. Cubs are the heart of the pride, cared for communally by all the females. Lionesses nurse and groom the young, teaching them essential skills through play and gentle discipline. Playful wrestling and stalking games prepare the cubs for the challenges of adulthood, while the watchful eyes of the pride keep them safe from danger. Male lions are the pride's guardians, patrolling the boundaries and marking their territory with scent. Their deep, resonant roars echo across the plains, warning rivals to stay away and signaling their presence to the pride. These patrols are vital, as intruding males pose a constant threat to the pride's stability. The lion's roar is a powerful tool. Carrying for miles, it asserts dominance and unites the pride. Roaring sessions often occur at dusk and dawn, reinforcing the pride's claim to their territory and strengthening their social bonds. During the heat of the day, lions rest in the shade, conserving energy for the next hunt. They may sleep up to 20 hours, their bodies perfectly adapted to the demands of their environment. Rest is essential, allowing muscles to recover and minds to remain sharp. As the sun dips below the horizon, the pride awakens. Dusk and dawn are prime hunting times, when the air is cool and prey is most active. The pride moves as a unit, blending into the shadows, their senses alert to every sound and movement. Social interactions fill the quieter moments, grooming, nuzzling, and sharing food. These behaviors reinforce trust and cooperation, ensuring that every member, from the smallest cub to the oldest matriarch, feels secure within the group. The pride's unity is its greatest strength. Lionesses coordinate to protect the cubs, while males defend against outside threats. Each lion has a role: hunters, guardians, nurturers, woven together in a tapestry of survival. Every day brings new challenges, rival predators, shifting herds, and the harsh climate. The pride adapts, changing hunting strategies as prey migrates and conditions shift. Their ability to work together ensures their continued reign over the savannah. Teamwork is the secret to their success. Lionesses communicate silently, flanking and ambushing prey with remarkable coordination. Even the cubs, watching and learning, are future hunters in training. The savannah's rulers are as much a family as they are fierce predators. Their days are shaped by the cycles of rest, play, hunting and care, embodying the spirit of unity, strength and survival in the wild, where every sunrise brings a new chapter in the story of a lion's life. On the vast savannah, survival is a delicate dance of teamwork and patience, where every member of the pride is attuned to the rhythms of the wild. Each lion, from the youngest cub to the dominant male, has a role shaped by instinct and experience, and every decision can tip the balance between hunger and survival. Lionesses, the pride's primary hunters, move as a single fluid entity. Their bodies are low, muscles tensed, eyes locked on their quarry. They communicate through the subtlest flicks of a tail or a glance, weaving through the grass in perfect synchrony, using the landscape as both shield and stage for their silent approach. As they close in, the lionesses fan out, encircling herds of wildebeest or zebra. Each movement is calculated, each pause a test of patience. They wait, sometimes for hours, for the herd to falter or a single animal to stray, timing their strike with the precision of seasoned strategists. When the moment arrives, the chase erupts in a burst of speed and coordination. Some lionesses surge forward, driving the herd into confusion, while others lie in ambush, ready to intercept fleeing prey. Each lioness knows her place, her role honed by countless hunts and the lessons of failure. The ultimate goal is to separate a vulnerable animal, often the young, the old, or the injured, from the safety of the herd. This act of isolation is a testament to their patience and collective focus, making the hunt a manageable challenge for the pride. Yet even the most meticulous plan can unravel. Most hunts end in failure, with prey escaping by a hair's breadth. The pride regroups, hunger gnawing at their bellies, but each setback is a lesson, refining their tactics, deepening their resolve. Prey animals, too, are masters of teamwork and vigilance. Impalas move as one, their sharp eyes and ears tuned to the faintest sign of danger. Buffalo form defensive walls, their sheer strength and unity a formidable barrier against even the most determined predators. A vigilant mother wildebeest will shield her calf, standing her ground against the pride. Buffalo, with their imposing horns and unyielding spirit, can turn the tables, forcing lions to retreat in the face of collective resistance. When success finally comes, a strict hierarchy unfolds. The dominant male claims the first share, his presence a reminder of the pride's structure and the power dynamics that govern every meal. Next, the lionesses, whose patience and skill secured the kill, take their turn, followed by the cubs, who must wait and watch, learning the unspoken rules of pride life through observation and experience. A large kill is a rare bounty, sustaining the pride for days. As they feed together, bonds are reinforced, and the lessons of cooperation are passed from one generation to the next. Every meal is a hard-fought victory, a testament to the pride's resilience and the intricate choreography of their teamwork. Even in the face of repeated failure, their unity never wavers. Hunger is a constant companion, but so is determination. The pride's persistence is unwavering. They rest, recover, and prepare to try again, their bond growing stronger with each shared challenge. Across the savannah, only those who master the art of working together and waiting for the right moment endure. The pride's unity is forged in the fires of adversity and triumph alike. In this world, survival is a shared endeavor. Every hunt, every lesson, and every meal is a story of collective effort, of instincts sharpened by experience and bonds deepened by necessity. The pride's unity is its greatest strength, allowing them, and the other predators of the savannah, to thrive in a land where only the most patient and cooperative endure. The Cape buffalo, known as the Black Death, is one of Africa's most formidable animals. Massive and armed with fused horns, buffalo are a serious threat to any predator. They live in large herds, protecting calves in the center and relying on numbers for safety. When threatened, buffalo don't flee. They unite and charge, driving off even lions. This mobbing behavior has saved many from predators and earned them respect. Buffalo are intelligent, remembering past dangers and adapting their behavior. Stories abound of buffalo ambushing those who once threatened them. Their strength, unity, and cunning make them a true challenge for any hunter. On the savannah, they are survivors, respected and feared by all. The Cape buffalo's legacy is one of power and solidarity. Beneath the shimmering surface of Africa's rivers and lagoons, the Nile crocodile lies in wait, an apex ambush predator perfectly adapted for stealth and surprise. These ancient reptiles, armored and immense, can reach lengths of over 20 feet, their bodies built for both patience and power. With only their eyes and nostrils breaking the surface, crocodiles remain nearly invisible, blending seamlessly with the murky water as they watch for the slightest ripple of movement. When unsuspecting prey, antelope, zebra, or even a flock of birds venture close to drink, the crocodile's patience pays off. In a split second it erupts from the water, jaws agape, launching a lightning-fast attack. The victim is seized in a crushing grip, and the infamous death roll begins. Spinning with ferocious force, the crocodile tears its prey apart, ensuring nothing escapes. Crocodiles are opportunistic hunters, devouring anything they can overpower. Fish darting through reeds, birds caught off guard, antelope crossing the shallows, and even the young of the largest mammals. Prey animals approach the river's edge with extreme caution, their senses alert to the slightest disturbance. Herds hesitate, scanning the water, knowing that a single misstep could mean sudden death. The presence of crocodiles shapes the very rhythm of the riverbank. Animals gather in tense groups, some turning away, others risking a quick drink, always aware that danger lurks just beneath the surface. As living relics of a prehistoric world, Nile crocodiles glide silently through the waterways, their movements barely disturbing the current, their gaze fixed on the next opportunity. In the wild heart of Africa, the Nile crocodile reigns supreme, ancient, deadly, and ever-present, a silent force shaping the lives of all who share the river. Elephants, the largest land animals, are icons of the savannah, renowned for their intricate family bonds and remarkable intelligence. At the heart of every herd is a wise matriarch, whose experience guides a close-knit family of mothers, daughters, and calves. She leads them across vast distances, relying on her memory to find hidden waterholes and safe grazing grounds, especially during harsh droughts. The matriarch's knowledge is vital for survival as she remembers ancient migration routes and the locations of life-sustaining resources, ensuring the herd's safety through ever-changing seasons. Elephants communicate through deep rumbles that travel for miles, gentle touches with their trunks and powerful trumpets. These sounds and gestures convey reassurance, warnings, and even joy, weaving a complex language that binds the family together. Calves are nurtured and protected by all females in the herd. They learn essential skills, like using their trunks to feed and drink, or recognizing the subtle signals of the group through constant guidance and patient teaching. Play is crucial for young elephants. Splashing in waterholes and rolling in mud not only brings joy, but also cools their skin and shields them from biting insects and the sun's harsh rays. When danger looms, the herd instinctively forms a protective circle around the calves, with adults facing outward, ready to defend the vulnerable with unwavering courage. As they mature, young males eventually leave the family to join bachelor groups, where they learn from one another, while females remain together for life, strengthening the herd's unity. Elephants are powerful ecosystem engineers. By knocking down trees and feeding on branches, they open up the landscape, create pathways and disperse seeds, shaping the savanna for countless other species. Their intelligence is evident in their problem-solving abilities and the deep empathy they show, comforting distressed companions and mourning lost family members. As gentle giants, elephants are vital to the ecosystem, their migrations shaping the land and their presence symbolizing wisdom and resilience. The elephant family stands as a testament to strength through unity, thriving together in the wild heart of Africa. The African savanna is a living mosaic where countless creatures thrive beyond the iconic lions and elephants. Each species has carved out its own niche, adapting in remarkable ways to survive the challenges of this vast, sun-drenched land. Baboons and monkeys form tight-knit social troops, foraging for roots, seeds, and insects. Grooming rituals not only keep them clean, but also reinforce social bonds, helping the group work together to spot danger and share food. Birds fill the sky and grasslands, lilac-breasted rollers flash brilliant colors as they hunt insects, while Goliath herons patiently stalk fish in shallow waters. Kingfishers dive with precision, and secretary birds use their long legs to hunt snakes. Ostriches, the world's largest birds, rely on speed and keen eyesight to evade predators. Reptiles are masters of survival here. The black mamba glides swiftly through the grass, its venom among the deadliest. Camouflaged vipers lie in wait for unsuspecting prey, while chameleons blend seamlessly into foliage, their eyes moving independently to scan for insects. Nile monitor lizards bask in the sun, ever alert for a meal or a threat. Giraffes stretch their long necks to browse leaves high in the acacia trees, safe from most competitors. Cheetahs, built for speed, rely on stealth and explosive sprints to catch fleet-footed prey. Herds of zebra and wildebeest migrate in search of fresh grass, their movements shaping the landscape. Impalas leap gracefully to escape predators, while hartebeest graze in scattered groups, always alert. Warthogs kneel to graze, using their snouts to dig for roots. Okapis, though rare in the open savanna, graze quietly in forest edges. Hippos spend their days submerged in waterholes, emerging at dusk to graze. African buffalo gather in formidable herds, while eland, the largest antelope, browse on shrubs, using their size to deter predators. Small mammals like mongooses form cooperative groups, standing sentry to warn of danger, while ground squirrels dig intricate burrows for shelter. These creatures, though tiny, play vital roles in the ecosystem, aerating soil and controlling insect populations. Even the smallest inhabitants are essential. Dung beetles recycle nutrients by rolling and burying dung, while termites build towering mounds that provide shelter for countless other species and enrich the soil. Interactions abound. Oxpeckers perch on buffalo, picking off parasites, while herds of different species often graze together for safety in numbers. Each animal, from the largest to the smallest, is woven into the fabric of the savanna, their lives intertwined in a delicate balance. The savanna's diversity is its greatest strength, a vibrant, ever-changing community where every creature, adapted to its own way of life, helps sustain the wild heart of Africa. Across the vast savanna, every fallen animal becomes a crucial resource, and nothing is left to waste. Scavengers, nature's clean-up crew, play an essential role in maintaining the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Vultures, with their keen eyesight, soar high above the plains, scanning for the slightest sign of a carcass. Once spotted, they descend in swirling flocks, swiftly stripping away flesh and preventing the spread of disease. Hyenas and jackals soon arrive, their powerful jaws and sharp teeth breaking down bones and tough hide. These skilled scavengers ensure that even the hardest remains are consumed, leaving little behind for decay. By consuming every scrap, scavengers recycle vital nutrients back into the soil, nourishing the grasses that feed the herds. Their work curbs the spread of harmful bacteria and parasites, protecting the health of all who roam the savanna. But the savannah is not only a place of competition. Here, intricate relationships form between species, creating a web of cooperation that strengthens the entire community. Oxpeckers perch atop buffalo and giraffes, plucking parasites from their skin and feeding on ticks and insects that would otherwise harm their hosts. This mutualistic partnership benefits both. The oxpecker gains a steady meal, while the mammal enjoys relief from pests and early warnings of danger. Such alliances are vital survival strategies, allowing animals to thrive in a challenging environment. The savannah flourishes because of these connections. Each animal, from the smallest bird to the largest predator, plays a part in the grand design. Scavengers and helpers are the unsung heroes, ensuring the cycle of life continues unbroken. Every role matters, whether cleaning up, protecting, or warning others. Each action supports the survival of the whole. The balance of the savannah depends on teamwork, not just within a species, but between many, woven together in a tapestry of life. In this wild world, survival is not a solitary pursuit. It is a shared endeavor, shaped by the remarkable relationships between scavengers and helpers. Across Africa's wild landscapes, animals shape the balance of life. Elephants carve paths through forests, opening waterholes for antelope and birds. Lions keep herds on the move, preventing overgrazing and allowing grasslands to renew. Predators and prey, grazers and browsers, each species plays a vital role, weaving a web of connections that sustains the land. But nature brings its own challenges. Droughts parch the earth, rivers run dry, and food grows scarce. Herds must travel farther, and only the strongest survive. In these harsh times, resilience is tested. Elephants remember hidden water sources. Lions adapt their hunting, and birds migrate in search of new life. Rain returns, and the land awakens. Grass sprouts, rivers flow, and herds gather once more. The cycle of life continues, driven by the instincts and strength of Africa's wild creatures. Every animal, from the smallest insect to the mightiest elephant, is a guardian of balance. Together they keep the wild heart of Africa beating strong. Their resilience and unity preserve the beauty and health of these ancient lands. As long as the animals endure, the story of the savannah will echo through the ages. A living treasure, wild and free, the wild heart of Africa beats on, resilient and eternal. As the golden sun sinks beneath the horizon, the savannah transforms. Daytime's blazing heat gives way to a cool hush, and a new caste of hunters emerges from the shadows. The night belongs to the silent and the unseen, Africa's nocturnal predators. A pair of spotted hyenas slink through the tall grass, their senses heightened in the darkness. Their haunting whoops echo under the starlit sky, signaling to the clan. With powerful jaws and unyielding stamina, they track the scent of opportunity, be it a fresh kill or a forgotten carcass. In the secrecy of night, hyenas become both hunters and scavengers, working together in perfect coordination. Nearby, the sleek silhouette of a serval cat glides silently through the reeds. With oversized ears tuned to the faintest rustle, it listens for the tiny footsteps of rodents. A sudden leap, swift and precise, and the serval claims its prize, a master of stealth in the moonlit grasslands. The air shivers as a pride of lions stirs. Under the cover of darkness, lionesses fan out, their golden eyes gleaming in the gloom. The night is their realm, their vision sharpens, and the wind carries secrets. Every movement is calculated, every step a silent promise of power. With patience and skill, they close in on a herd of zebras, the hunt unfolding in whispers and shadows. High above, the African eagle owl perches, motionless and watchful. Its night vision pierces the gloom, seeking the scamper of a hare or the flutter of wings. With a silent swoop, it descends, talons outstretched. Another silent hunter perfecting its craft in the darkness. Jackals trot along winding trails, their calls weaving through the night air. They rely on cunning and agility, scavenging and hunting in equal measure. always alert for opportunity or danger. In these secret hours, the savanna's nocturnal predators reveal a world rarely seen, a ballet of shadows, sound, and survival. Each species moves with purpose, perfectly adapted to the challenges of the night. In the delicate balance of the ecosystem, their unseen lives are as vital as those lived under the burning sun. When dawn's first light returns, the night's secrets fade once more into silence. But for those who rule the darkness, the savanna's wild heart beats strongest when the stars shine brightest. As dawn breaks over the endless plains, a breathtaking spectacle unfolds, the Great Migration. Stretching from horizon to horizon, immense herds of wildebeest, zebras and gazelles begin their epic journey across Africa's savannas. This ancient cycle, driven by the search for fresh grazing and water, is one of nature's grandest dramas, an odyssey of instinct, endurance, and survival. The path is perilous. Rivers, swollen by distant rains, force the herds to face treacherous crossings, where crocodiles lurk just beneath the surface. Wildebeest plunge into the current, hooves churning, eyes wide with determination. Some will not make it, but the herd presses on, propelled by a collective will to survive. On the open plains, predators shadow the moving columns. Lions and cheetahs watch from the tall grass, waiting for the weak or young to stray from the safety of numbers. The herds respond with vigilance and unity. Zebras take the lead, their sharp eyes scouting for danger, while wildebeest follow in tightly packed ranks, their sheer numbers overwhelming most threats. Food and water are the guiding stars. As the dry season grips the land, the herds must travel hundreds of miles, following the rains that paint the grasslands green once more. Along the way, they encounter other travelers, towering giraffes nibbling on acacia leaves, or elephant families making their own slow pilgrimage to distant waterholes. Their journey is not without its challenges. Heat and exhaustion test every step, while calves and foals must keep pace with the relentless march. Yet, the migration is a story of resilience, each animal playing its part in the great web of life, shaping and sustaining the savanna itself. When at last the rains return, the herds pause to graze and replenish. New life is born, and the cycle begins anew. Through hardship and harmony, the migration is a testament to the power of nature's rhythms, an endless journey written across the wild heart of Africa. Beneath the feet of thundering herds and prowling predators, a hidden world thrives, one ruled by some of the smallest yet most vital inhabitants of the savanna insects. Here, beneath the golden grasses and scattered acacia trees, millions of tiny architects work tirelessly, shaping the landscape in ways few ever see. Termites, the master builders, rise before dawn. With jaws like chisels and a singular purpose, they gather fragments of grass and wood, constructing towering mounds that dot the plains. These intricate castles, some taller than a lion, serve as cool refuges against the midday heat and bustling cities for entire colonies. Inside, the queen reigns unseen, while workers tend to eggs, soldiers defend the walls, and farmers cultivate gardens of specialized fungi. Above ground, their engineering transforms the soil, mixing nutrients and aerating the earth, quietly sustaining the grasses that feed the herds. Elsewhere, dung beetles begin their daily quest. As elephants and antelope leave behind their mark, these armored insects seize their moment, rolling balls of dung many times their own weight. With unwavering determination, they push their treasures across the savanna, burying them as a feast for their future young. In doing so, they clear the land, recycle nutrients, and keep parasites at bay. Nature's clean-up crew, ensuring the health of the plains. Ants, too, play their part. Some defend acacia trees from hungry grazers, while others tunnel beneath the surface, creating networks that channel rainwater deep into the earth. Each insect, in its own way, is a thread in the vast tapestry of life, feeding birds, reptiles, and even mammals who rely on their relentless industry. From the tallest termite mound to the smallest burrow, These unsung heroes labor unseen, yet their impact is everywhere. Without them, the savannah would crumble. In the world of giants, it is the tiniest creatures who keep the balance, ensuring that life in all its forms endures. Beneath the shimmering surface of Africa's rivers and waterholes lies another realm, one teeming with life, yet rarely glimpsed by those who roam the savannah above. Here the world is softer, filtered by sunlight that dances through rippling currents, revealing a kaleidoscope of hidden wonders. Fish glide silently in these underwater corridors. Schools of tilapia and catfish weave between submerged roots and tangled reeds, darting away from sudden shadows. Some are brightly coloured, flashing like living jewels. Others blend seamlessly into the muddy bottom, masters of camouflage and patience. They feed on drifting insects, algae, and each other, forming the foundation of a food web that nourishes countless creatures. Among the reeds, amphibians come alive. Frogs, some no bigger than a thumb, others as large as a fist, cling to water lilies or rest on the cool mud. Their chorus rises with the twilight, a symphony that echoes across the water, signalling both territory and the hope of new life. Hidden beneath leaves or burrowed in the soft banks, their eggs and tadpoles develop in secret, vulnerable to fish and birds alike. Reptiles, too, claim their place in this submerged world. Terrapins bask on sun-warmed logs, slipping into the depths at the slightest hint of danger. Water monitors patrol the banks, agile and watchful, hunting for eggs, fish, or even the occasional frog. In the silence beneath, slender snakes move unseen, their sleek bodies winding through the weeds in pursuit of prey. Every drop of water here is alive with movement and purpose. Small crustaceans scuttle between pebbles, while insect larvae drift with the current, soon to emerge as dragonflies and mayflies. Even the mud itself teems with microscopic life, each organism a vital link in the chain. Though hidden from view, these aquatic communities are essential. They sustain thirsty herds in the dry season, feed birds and mammals, and keep the rivers healthy and clear. When the rains come and waterholes swell, their populations explode, fueling the next chapter in the savannah's endless cycle of life. Here, beneath the surface, the drama of survival unfolds in miniature, a secret world that shapes and sustains the wild heart of Africa. In the golden grasslands of the African savannah, survival doesn't always belong to the biggest or the fiercest. For the smallest mammals, meerkats, gerbils, and shrews, life is a game of wit, speed, and community. As dawn breaks, a meerkat sentinel stands tall atop a sandy mound, scanning for threats with sharp, unblinking eyes. Below, her family emerges, dozens of tiny paws scurrying in unison. While adults dig for beetles and grubs, pups wrestle in the shade, learning the skills they'll need to survive. Danger is ever present, and at the first cry of alarm, the entire clan vanishes underground, safe in a labyrinth of tunnels carved by generations before them. Further afield, in a patchwork of burrows and thorny shrubs, a striped grass mouse navigates a maze of scent trails. Each step is calculated, avoiding open ground, darting from shadow to shadow. Food is scarce, so the mouse nibbles on seeds and roots, always alert for the silent swoop of an owl above or the slither of a snake below. With nightfall, the savannah becomes a stage for these tiny survivors. As bush-veld gerbils emerge, their oversized eyes glinting in the moonlight, they leap and bound, gathering seeds to store in their burrows, an insurance against the dry season to come. Every small mammal plays a vital role in the savannah's complex web. Meerkats keep insect populations in check and act as sentinels for other species. Rodents aerate the soil and scatter seeds, ensuring new life takes root after the rains. Their underground homes offer shelter not just for themselves, but for lizards, insects, and even abandoned by birds seeking refuge from the midday sun. In the endless cycle of the savannah, these little creatures are silent architects of survival, ingenious, resilient, and forever adapting to a world of giants. Their stories unfold in whispers and rustles, shaping the land in ways too subtle for the eye, but essential for the heart of Africa. Across the African wild, a silent chess match unfolds every day and night, a contest of wits between predator and prey. Here, survival is not just about strength or speed, but about intelligence, strategy, and adaptation. Watch as a pride of lions stalks a herd of wildebeest. The lions communicate with subtle tail flicks and ear twitches, coordinating their movements in near silence. But the wildebeest are no passive targets. With eyes and ears always alert, they form tight groups, their young kept safely at the center. At the slightest hint of danger, a single snort sends the entire herd surging away, outmaneuvering the hunters with unpredictable turns. Elsewhere, a troop of baboons forages on the savannah's edge. They post sentinels in the trees above, scanning for leopards. If a threat is spotted, a series of alarm calls ripple through the group, each call tailored to the specific predator. The baboons scatter, some climbing, some hiding, all guided by a complex language that keeps them one step ahead. Even among the smallest creatures, this battle of minds is fierce. The ground squirrel, ever vigilant, uses its bushy tail as a decoy to confuse snakes. The African rock python, in turn, relies on patience and camouflage, lying in wait for hours until the perfect moment to strike. Predators, too, must adapt. The cheetah, built for speed, must also plan its chase, choosing the weakest target, timing its sprint, and anticipating the herd's next move. Wild dogs, masters of endurance, use coordinated chases and strategic turns, communicating with yips and whines to outflank their prey. Across the savannah, every animal is both hunter and hunted, innovator and survivor. Their intelligence is shaped by generations of trial and error, by moments of triumph and escape. It is a never-ending dance, one that drives evolution, strengthens communities, and ensures that only the cleverest, the most adaptable, thrive. In this intricate web, each mind is in motion, calculating, learning, and adapting to the ever-changing rhythms of the wild. The story of predator and prey is not just one of conflict, but of respect, a testament to the brilliance and resilience of Africa's untamed heart. As the sun arcs higher and the days grow longer, the African savanna transforms beneath the weight of the seasons. Here, change is not a distant event, but a force that shapes every heartbeat and every breath. The first hints arrive on a whispering wind, a distant promise of rain, or the dry, hot breath of drought to come. With the onset of the wet season, dark clouds gather and thunder rolls across the plains. Rain falls in sheets, and what was once parched earth erupts in an explosion of green. Wildebeests, zebras, and gazelles sense the shift, embarking on epic migrations across hundreds of miles. Guided by instinct and the scent of fresh grass, they move in vast herds, their hooves drumming a primal rhythm into the soil. Alongside them, predators follow. Lions, hyenas, and cheetahs shadow the herds, knowing that abundance brings opportunity. For many species, these rains signal the start of new life. Impalas and gazelles give birth in synchrony, flooding the plains with vulnerable fawns. This strategy overwhelms predators for a brief window, giving more young a chance to survive. Birds, too, respond to the bounty, building nests, courting mates, and raising chicks on the sudden wealth of insects and seeds. But the season of plenty is fleeting. As the rains fade and the land dries, waterholes shrink and grasses wither to gold. The herds move again, ever searching for the last green blades and the promise of distant rivers. Elephants dig into dry riverbeds, unearthing water for themselves and for the smaller creatures that follow in their wake. Survival now depends on adaptation. Some animals, like the oryx, can go weeks without drinking, drawing moisture from the sparse vegetation. Others, like the crocodile, retreat into the mud, slowing their bodies to wait out the harshest months. Birds take flight for distant wetlands, while many small mammals and reptiles burrow deep underground, escaping the relentless heat. Through each cycle, Rain and drought, birth and struggle, the savanna's wildlife endures. Their lives are woven into the rhythm of the seasons, each species adapting, migrating, and surviving in a world where change is the only constant. Here, on the endless plains, the story of survival is written anew with every sunrise and every storm, a testament to the resilience of Africa's wild heart. In the vast expanse of the African savanna, survival hinges not just on strength and cunning, but on the ability to communicate. Here a silent conversation unfolds in the rustling grasses, the calls that echo across the plains, and the scents carried on the wind. This is the language of the wild, spoken by creatures great and small. The majestic lion, often referred to as the king of the savanna, uses a powerful roar to assert dominance and mark territory. A lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away, a deep, resonant sound that sends shivers through the night. But lions also communicate through softer vocalizations, purrs, grunts, and meows exchanged among pride members, strengthening social bonds and coordinating hunts. Elephants, the gentle giants, have a complex system of communication that includes low-frequency rumbles which travel through the ground and can be detected by other elephants miles away. These rumbles convey a range of messages, from mating calls to warnings of danger. Elephants also use touch and body language, entwining trunks in greeting or flapping ears to signal distress. Across the savanna, the keen senses of antelopes and gazelles play a crucial role in their survival. These graceful creatures use a combination of vocal alarms and body language to alert the herd of predators. A sudden leap into the air, known as stotting, signals danger and demonstrates the animal's fitness, deterring potential attackers. In the air, birds like the lilac-breasted roller and the African fish eagle use distinct calls to communicate. The roller's vibrant plumage and acrobatic flight display serve as both a territorial signal and a mating ritual. Meanwhile, the fish eagle's haunting cry is a familiar sound along rivers and lakes, marking its presence and warding off rivals. Scents also play a vital role in the communication repertoire of the savanna's inhabitants. Hyenas, with their highly developed sense of smell, use scent markings to establish territory and convey social status. Their unique laugh vocalization is another tool, signaling excitement, frustration, or the presence of food to clan members. Even the diminutive meerkats, ever vigilant in their desert homes, rely on a sophisticated system of calls to coordinate their activities. Sentinels stand guard, emitting soft chirps to signal safety or sharp barks to warn of predators. Their social structure is reinforced through grooming and playful interactions, ensuring the group's cohesion. As the sun sets and the nocturnal world awakens, the communication continues. The hoot of an owl, the chirping of crickets, and the distant howl of a jackal all contribute to the symphony of the night. Each sound, each scent, each gesture is a thread in the intricate tapestry of life on the savanna. In this world without words, the language of the wild is both ancient and ever-evolving. It is a testament to the intelligence and adaptability of Africa's creatures, a silent dialogue that ensures their survival in the face of ever-present challenges. Here, on the endless plains, communication is the key to life. Above the golden grasses and winding rivers of Africa, another world thrives. A world ruled by wings. Birds, in all their diversity, are the silent sentinels and tireless workers of the savanna. Their presence shapes the ecosystem in ways both subtle and profound. High in the thermals, the African fish eagle soars, its sharp eyes scanning for the faintest ripple of movement below. With a sudden dive, it snatches a glimmering fish from the water's surface, a masterful hunter perfectly adapted to its domain. On the open plains, the secretary bird strides with purpose, its long legs carrying it through the grass in search of snakes and insects. With a swift stomp, it dispatches its prey, keeping the delicate balance between predator and pest. Yet not all birds are hunters. The vibrant sunbirds and busy weavers flit from flower to flower, their delicate beaks dusted with pollen. Each visit helps new life take root. as they become the unwitting gardeners of the savannah, spreading color and growth wherever they go. The marabou stork and the vulture patrol the skies, drawn to the scent of decay. As nature's clean-up crew, they descend upon carcasses left behind by larger predators. Their sharp beaks and strong stomachs prevent the spread of disease, recycling life back into the earth and keeping the savannah healthy. In the shelter of thorny acacia trees, hornbills and bee-eaters nest and raise their young. Their calls echo at dawn, a chorus that signals the start of a new day. With every meal caught and every seed dropped, they weave themselves deeper into the fabric of the land. From the smallest waxbill to the mighty ostrich, birds are the messengers, the caretakers and the guardians of Africa's wild heart. Their wings carry the promise of renewal and the memory of ancient migrations. In their songs and silent flights, the story of the savannah continues, written every day across the endless sky. At the outermost reaches of the African savannah, where golden grasslands blur into arid dunes, a new struggle unfolds. Here the landscape transforms. Sun-baked earth, scattered scrub, and rolling sands stretch as far as the eye can see. Life persists, but only for those who have mastered survival in a world of extremes. Beneath the relentless sun, the fennec fox emerges from its burrow. Its enormous ears act as natural radiators, releasing heat and amplifying the faintest sounds of prey moving beneath the sand. With swift, silent leaps, it hunts insects and small rodents, relying on cool nights and deep dens to escape the midday blaze. Nearby, the sandgrouse gathers at a rare waterhole. Its feathers, uniquely adapted to soak up water, allow it to carry precious droplets back to waiting chicks miles away. In this desert fringe, every drop is a lifeline and every adaptation a testament to resilience. The armored pangolin shuffles through the undergrowth, scales glinting in the low light. Its tongue, impossibly long and sticky, explores termite mounds for a hidden feast. When danger approaches, it curls tightly into a ball, impenetrable and patient, a living shield against the harsh world outside. Reptiles, too, thrive in this borderland. The shovel-snouted lizard dances across the sand, lifting its feet in quick succession to avoid burning its skin. It burrows beneath the surface, finding shelter from the heat and ambush from the shadows. As dusk falls, the landscape comes alive. Nocturnal creatures, jerboas with spring-loaded legs, owls with silent wings venture forth, making the most of the cool darkness. Adaptation is key, and every species has written its own chapter in the saga of survival. On the fringes of the savannah, life is defined by ingenuity and endurance. Each animal, perfectly attuned to its unforgiving home, is a master of adaptation, proving that even at the edge of the wild, nature's creativity knows no limits.